Hi everyone, here I am again. Today I'm going to teach you how to create these beautiful cards on your ScanNCut. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to design the base, which is this part here, the circular one, like that, with the tabs, with these tabs here, because this is actually something I already had cut, so that's not what we're going to focus on. What I want to show you is how to get this all designed on your Canvas Workspace so that you can create as many cards as you need. Look at this other one, it's just another option. This one I use this beautiful glitter paper. I don't know if you can see the glitter, but anyway, this is what I'm going to teach you today, how to create the base so that you can actually, these two here are Christmas or holidays. That's the theme for these two, but you can do this with any kind of card. So if you have like a birthday, it's beautiful. You can just create a scenery here with balloons and everything. Or if it's, I don't know, spring and you want to send a spring, happy spring, or autumn, whatever. See, the scenery is not what matters. What matters is you knowing how to assemble this, how to put this together, how to create it, how to cut it, and then you decide what to do with it, because it can really be adapted to any kind of cards. This is what it actually stands like that on the table, and I think that's great because many times people just throw away the card. But if you send them something like this, they'll just leave it somewhere like that, right? And the beauty of these are that these are envelopes, just normal A2 envelopes that you buy anywhere, and they actually fold flat like this, and they perfectly fit an A2 card. Look at that. So that's one. I'll show you the other one. This one I'm sending to a friend in Dallas. See, when they fold, they fit perfectly an A2. It's just basically a normal envelope that you can get anywhere, and you can just send it to them. So it's beautiful, it's very different, very unique. You can personalize it for your friends and just have fun with it. So that's what I'm going to teach you, how to create this on your Canvas Workspace, how to assemble it, and then it's with you guys. Then you can just have fun and create your own things. So let's get to it. So we are here on Brother Canvas Workspace. What you see is what we're going to get at the end. This is the file that we're going to create. So basically it's the base and then these flaps here, each one with a different size because we want one taller than the next. So in order to do that, you come here on shapes, and the best thing that I found is this one here. See the green circles? It starts here on squares, and you just scroll down to circles and you click on this one. That's the one we want. Let me just add color to make this easier for you to see. And the size that we need is, just so you understand, remember there are flaps here. Each one is 1 inch to one size, 1 inch on the next. And basically you have to make sure that this fits in an envelope, because this is going to be folded over. So it's basically this minus 1 inch, because that's going to fold. So that ends up being 650. That's the width, 650. So this is going to fit in an A2 envelope, which is 5.5 by 4.25. The height is 4.25, 425. So that's the base. So just to make sure, let me just create here a square, or actually an envelope, right? I think the envelope should be 575, I believe that's the size of an envelope. So you just add a quarter on each side and 450. So this, as you can see, will fit perfectly, because this tab here, let me just go down, there you go, it would fit. This is going to fold, so that's what you want to make sure that this, and I'm teaching you this because if you want to make it larger, just make sure that minus 1 inch this net needs to fit in the envelope that you're using. if you want to make another size, right? So this is good. Right there is our base, and now all we need is 3 rectangles. So there you go, and the size will be 5 by, and then the height will be different. So basically what you want is 5. See, this is going to be like an inch. So let me just make sure here. 5, 6, 650. Yeah, 5 by, and then you need 3. One would be 1 inch. That's good enough. And you're just going to duplicate that. You can go on edit, duplicate, but you're going to change here. Just add 15. 115, so that would be a little taller. You again go here on edit, duplicate, and you add 15 more, so 30, 130, and that's fine. So you have it, you have your card. Let's just, when I print this, just to save some space, if you have a 12 by 12 and you want to print 2, you can. So what you do is you need to just change the position here to rotate. You always hold on your shift key when you rotate, and you just hold here, and you hold, when you hold your shift key, it goes in 90 degrees. See, 45, 45, and you don't have to worry about, oh, is it straight or not. So you let go of your mouse, and then you let go of your shift key. So you're going to move one, do it again, holding the shift key, let go of the mouse, and then the shift key, because if you don't do that, if you let go of the shift key first, it's not going to work. So let go of the mouse. Just make sure that you save paper, because if you do it like this, you can have 2 cards on one 12 by 12. So that is it. These are the sizes. Just write it down. The width is 650 and the height is 425. These here you're going to score on point. Actually what I do is it's 1/4 of an inch on each side. Can you do it here? Can you have the score lines here? Yes, you can. You can just score it here if you want. But the reason why, and I'll show you when I assemble the card, that I do this not on ScanNCut is because ScanNCut, when you do the line, let me show you how to do it in case you decide to do this. Do you see here on the left? If you click here, you can draw a line. And you see, let me just get a little bit close up so you see, and it becomes like the cursor. You can see this little dot. So if you hold the shift key, it will go straight. So always hold the shift key. So you click once, and then you go where you want, so it doesn't move. See, if I go up and down, it will move, but straight in 45. You don't have to worry about it being crooked. So if you let go again and you click twice, then you have a line. And that's how I would do it if I wanted. You know that this needs to be a score line here of 1 inch. So how do you do that? You just click here on the width, 1 inch. So you know that that's where the score line should be. And how do you draw the score line? I will show you in case you want to do it. I don't like to do it like that. So you need this to be aligned with that, so that you know that this will be 1 inch. So what you do is just click here, you're going to align both to the left. You go in here on align, see here the left, click on left, and then they're going to be perfectly aligned. And if you want the score line, you're going to do the same thing. You click here, hold the shift key, make sure that it's aligned. There you go, and you just go up to the line here to make sure, click twice, and there you have it. But in order for ScanNCut to do this as a score line, you have to change the type of line. It has to be dotted line. And that's the reason why you just click on any of these and it will be a score line. But the reason why I don't do it Let me show you. See, that will be recognized as a score line. So you can do it this way and just do the same thing on this side. But I don't like to do that because actually what it does, ScanNCut will cut the paper here. And I don't think it looks as neat as you just fold it. So just use your bone folder. And if you don't have a scoreboard, you can just use just anything to make sure that if you have one of those rulers, just use a ruler in your bone folder, because ScanNCut will cut the paper, and when you fold it you actually see the white part. And I don't like to cut the paper, I just don't like to do score lines like this. What I do, I just use my bone folder, and I'll show you when we align. Let me show you what it looks like. I'll show you when we do the assembly. Let me just get rid of this score line here. You can just send this to your ScanNCut. It's all ready to go. And again, if you want to do the score line, do it. I don't like it. I don't like to cut my paper as a score line. I just do it manually. But if you want to know, it's one, and I'll show you when we assemble the card, and when I teach you how to put it together, it's 1 inch to the left, 1 inch here, and here is 1/4 of an inch on both sides for all the flaps. Okay, so next thing you do, send it to your ScanNCut. Mine, I can do it through Wi-Fi, and then we'll go to the machine and I'll show you how to retrieve the file and how to print it. Okay, there you go. You click on transfer and it says your machine is ready. So let's just go there. And here on your ScanNCut, what we're going to do is very simple. I've already loaded. I'm going to load my paper. I'm unloading, just so you know, you have to always load your paper because otherwise it would not cut. So loading the paper, now that it's loaded, it's very simple to retrieve the pattern that I sent. I just click on retrieve data and then I go to Wi-Fi. That's how I did it. You can use your USB portable, it's fine. If not, I can, because my DX allows it. And here it is. Here is the file that we have. We're just going to say fine, that's good. Select, cut, and that's pretty much it, guys. It's going to be very fast file, and then I'll teach you how to assemble the card. Okay, see, 1 minute. Let's just see if I can show you what it's doing in the paper that I have loaded here. See, it's a very quick one. And here are all the goodies you need. As you can see, this is what we have: the 3 little pieces and the base of the card. For this one, I am going to, one option for you is to have this like that, and this will be outside, that the pattern paper will be outside, or you can do it the other way around and have this be the inside. For me, for this card, as I can show you on the other one was white on both sides. I just added this piece here, which I will add this to the back of the card, but I am going to have this outside. So these are all the pieces that I'm going to use to create the scenery. I already cut them all. You can use depending on if it's a birthday card or Christmas card, whatever scenery you're going to build, just have your stamped images, or, well, depending on what you're going to do. So I'm just going to put this aside for now. We don't need that. And there are 2 ways of doing this. I'm going to just use my scoreboard. If you don't have it, it's very easy to do. So what I know is that this tab here is 1 inch. These 2 tabs, they're perfectly 1 inch on both sides. So what you need to do is to just score 1 inch here and 1 inch here. You can use a ruler if you don't have a scoreboard. Since I do have a scoreboard, that's how I'm going to do this. So 6.5, so 1 inch would be 5.5. So I'll do this, On the other side, same thing, 1 inch. So I'll have my tabs perfectly scored. And again, you can opt to fold it in or fold it out. I'm going to fold it out because I want this part of the paper to show outside. So that's what I'm going to do. It's so dirty here, so just ignore it. I use my scoreboard a lot, and you know what this is? It's glue. Oh, I don't like glue, I have to say. So yeah, that's how you score. And the 3 little pieces, you see, let me show you. Each one is a little bit taller than the next, as you can see here. So, but they're all the same. You're going to score and use a ruler. If you don't have this, just score on 1/4 of an inch on both sides. That's all we need for these tabs here. So 1/4 of an inch. And then I'll show you how to assemble that. So just score it, fold it, burnish it. So we're done with scoring. The next thing you're going to do, before I assemble this card, I want to show you the paper that I used. You might be asking yourselves. This is the paper that I used. It is really beautiful. So it's from by Recollections. It's called Holiday Homestead, or whatever that is. That's French. Let me just show you the options. These are all the options that you have, but let me just, I know we paper lovers love to see different papers. So look at that, beautiful. They're all Christmas. So what I did was I cut one of these squares that come with it that you can use. They actually have a lot of plaid too, like this. It's just a beautiful paper for using, and it's actually cardstock. See, you can even have some tags. All you need to do is just cut them. These are all tags. So that's the one that I cut. See, it was here. Beautiful paper. I really love it. A lot of beautiful options, and it's very thick. So it's cardstock. It's not just thin paper. Just in case you're interested, 48 sheets. I found it in my craft store. So I just wanted to show you that in case you're interested. Next thing I'm going to do is I want this to be like I did with this blue one, the background. I don't want it to just be white. So this is what I'm going to do. Just see if this is any different. Yeah. So I'm just going to add this on the background because I really think it looks cute. And you can do it many ways. You can just glue it to the background like this, but I want the whole thing to be covered, so I just pull it up a little bit. And the best way to do this is to just center. There you go. And I use a pencil. Just make sure that it's going to here the same side. It's not as wide as this is, but that's fine. Doesn't have to be perfect. The other one was the same side, so what I do is I just use a pencil to outline this, and then I just cut it with the scissors just to make sure that it's perfectly aligned. There you go. So just so I have some interest on the back and it's not just boring white. See, that's what I'm gonna do. That's the first thing I'm going to do here is to glue. I'm using my favorite glue, if you're wondering, Tombow liquid glue. It is the best glue in the market, I think. I use a lot of glue, and if you follow me for a while, you know that that's not my favorite thing, glue. It really bothers me how they get everywhere. So make sure that the top is aligned. You don't want the top to be different. I want it all, the whole area to be covered. So just pull it up. What I like about this glue is that it gives you a little wiggle room, but it is a really fast glue, so you have to be careful. Let me just make sure that I have both sides Same size here. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Oh, I'm having a hard time with this. Jeez. This glue is really fast. Ugh, my goodness. Sorry about that, guys. Some days the glue just, they're not good friends, I guess. Okay, there you go. There's a little bit of white showing here, but that's fine. You can always just trim it. There you go. Perfect. So I just want to add some interest to the back. What I'm going to do now is zoom in a little bit, just so it's easier for you to see. We have all these elements that I want to add. And you can do it these two ways. You can either glue to these tabs here. Look how perfectly they go together, see? It's really nice. So you can glue it first and just decide on the scenery. The only thing that I can tell you, well, first of all, the tallest one has to be on the back, right? Because otherwise it would cover the other ones. So you have to go from the tallest to the shortest, like this. So we're going to start with the tallest, and also you have to start with the tallest elements. So in my case, it's this house here. And you can either do it in front of the paper or on the back. It depends on the look that you want. I'm just going to do it in front, like this. And the other tip that I want to give you is I add vellum when I have houses like this, not the little ones like this, but see the difference. On this one I added vellum. I think it just adds, it's really nice because otherwise it will go, you would be able to see the back of the paper here. And the other good thing about it is that you can actually draw on it. See how I drew a Christmas tree, and you can actually see it's on the back. You add vellum so you can add some interest and maybe draw furniture, whatever you want. So it's all about putting this together now. I'm going to add it to the front this time. I usually do it to the back, but I just wanted, well, I'm going to put more glue. And that's the good thing about having a vellum on the back too. Makes it easier to glue. You don't have to wait. You don't have to go like around these little windows and stuff. So that's good. You have to kind of plan it ahead of time. So how do you want this? So you just put it on one on the top of the other, like this. And you just decide, okay, what do I want next? Maybe this house here in front. See, this one I'll go to the back because I don't want this showing. So I will just glue it like this. And you just put it together whichever way you want. So I think maybe this will go here. Yeah. So this one should go on the second, and you just glue it. Glue all the elements that you have depending on the scenery that you want to make. There you go. This is one way of doing this. You can glue it first and then you can assemble the card, or you can assemble the card and glue the elements later. I don't like to do it that way because it's really hard, because the space between the two is very thin and it's kind of hard to get all the elements inside. So I just put it like this and I decide where I want it to go. I have this Santa Claus that I want to add, maybe to the front, maybe here. Yeah, I think here would be nice. Let's just put it together and decide, okay? So this can go maybe here. It's a little bit of a, oh, maybe I'll put it in. Yeah, I think that will be nice. So I'll just add, sorry guys, add this little, I should have added vellum here. It would be much easier to glue because these are such tiny pieces. That's the advantage of adding the vellum too. This makes it easier to glue. So this, I'm just going to, oh, there you go, to add it to the front here. I like this glue because it's really strong and it's also very quick. So that's done. I think this one is cool. I should add this little tiny one to the back too. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add this one to the back. Let me just see where to show. I think it will be here. So I just creating the scenery for me is the most fun. There you go. So it doesn't always have to go on the front. You can do it on the back too. There you go. That's ready. All I need to do is add one more little house here. So right now this is what we have. So maybe this one will go here, right? Right there. Perfect. I just want to kind of eyeball it, but I don't want to lose sight of where it's going to go. So a little more glue. Yeah, that's the one where that I drew. See the little Christmas tree? Yeah, vellum allows you to do that. So there, ready. One more, right? I still have this long one and I'm not sure if I'm gonna use it. Let's just put it together to see what it's going to look like, right? So like that. And then we're gonna have this house. See? That's what it's going to look like. So should I add something else? Maybe here, right? Yeah, doesn't hurt. Let's add one more and we'll be done with the scenery, and then I'll just show you how to put this together, okay? To make sure that it works. See, vellum helps. You have more surface to use. So there you go. It will go right at the end. Oh, do not, I don't want it crooked. There you go. Our glue man. Okay. So we have the scenery made and it's all ready to go. What I want to do now is to show you. We start, as I said, we start with the tallest one because that's what goes here first, the tallest one. And the best way to do this, guys, is you open the flaps. Let me move here. You open the flaps and you're going to add some glue. If you have double-sided tape, that's better, but the risk is you have no wiggle room, right? The most important thing is you're going to align the end of the tab to the folding line right there, okay? But the most important thing is to make sure that it's not crooked like this or a little bit like that. It has to align. These two parts here have to perfectly align. You don't want it this crooked. So you see how it's going down a little bit here? It has to be perfectly aligned with the base of the card. So that's good. It's aligned here with the folding. And what you do is you're just going to fold it like that, hold a little bit. Then you make sure, if you have double-sided tape, that's a good thing to use because you don't even have to wait. But see what it does? It's perfectly glued right there, right? How about the other side? Well, the other side, you kind of have to do the same thing. Here's what you're gonna do. Align the base right there. Put some glue where the folding flap is and fold it to the left. Wait a little bit. It's glue, so you have to wait, otherwise it will not be glued and it will not be dry. And see, when you fold it back, it's perfectly aligned, and the glue, it's still not good. So let me just wait a little more. I can't find that. I was going to use double-sided tape because it's faster, but I just can't find my double-sided tape. I don't know what happened to it. You guys hear this a lot from me. I don't know where my stuff is. Okay, so that's the first. Now we're going to glue the second layer, right? So best way to do it is if you want to give it a little bit more space, you can just glue right there. Let me show you. See, right on the corner. You can give it a little bit more space, but I like to go as close as I can. Let me show you a little bit closer here because I think it will be easier for you to see. The way you do it is you're going to place the double-sided tape or glue. You're going to actually just place it right here. Let me show you the tab. See how it is right there? You just, this end here will align with the end of the other tab, and you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to fold it, and it's going to be perfectly aligned. So, little bit of glue. Let me show you. If you open it up like that, again, make sure that the base is aligned. You don't want it crooked. See? Make sure that everything here is perfectly aligned. There you go. My finger is full of glue. So you can just do this. Make sure that it's aligned. See, it's a little bit crooked, so I'm going to make sure that it is in the right place. There you go. Now you have to wait because it's liquid glue. Always needs some time. While that's happening, we're going to add our glue here to this side. What you do is you're going to fold it like that to the left. Fold it like this. It's kind of tricky, but it's okay. Just go to the end where the other one is. Make sure it's aligned. You can do this and just press it down to make sure that it's aligned. And again, just hold it here. So we're going to wait a little bit. Oh, it's turning up. I really love these sceneries with just white. I think it's, yeah, I like the colorful ones too, but I don't know, there's something about white, right? So there you go. We have two layers. All we need now is to add the last one. And what I'm going to, and this, the difference between the last one and the other ones is that the last one you should align with this corner here, just so it stays right in front like this. Let me show you this. You see the difference? If you look down there, oh my goodness, what happened? Oh, there you go. So if you look, it's perfectly aligned with the edge here. See? And that's how I want it, because I want this to be flush when you turn. I don't want any pieces hanging here on the side. So that's kind of the easiest one actually to put on. So there you go. What you're going to do is you turn it this way and you align it with the border. And again, make sure that it is perfectly flat here. Okay? But make sure that this corner here is aligned too. So press it with your fingers, making sure, yeah, that's fine there. And you're going to do the same thing with the other side. Oh, I wish I had found my double-sided tape, but that's fine. So the other one, last one, you just press it here too. Make sure that it's aligned again. See, right here. Hold it firmly. You want this fold to be aligned with the front. See? Like this. So hold it a little bit and we are done. The only thing that I want to add, now that the card is done, there's something here. Sorry, guy, I didn't use you. So the only thing that I want to add here, look at that, how cute is that? And that's why I wanted to use the paper on the outside, because it's really, really cute if you have the outside with some kind of pattern. And also, guys, the other idea that I want to give you is, because you might look at this and go, where am I going to write, right? What you can do is cut a little paper here, like a rectangle white paper, glue to the back, or even if it's folded, you can do that too, and you write your message here on the back so that you can personalize it too. But the card is ready. The last thing that I want to do is to add some kind of sentiment, and I already stamped the sentiment, so I'm going to go pick it up because it's not here. And I'm just going to add it to the front, and then the card will be ready. How cute is that? Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? And you can just personalize it whichever way you want, depending on the scenery. It can be birthday, it can be Christmas. It's Christmas now, so all that I'm doing. And let me show you how perfectly this is gonna go in an envelope. Look at that. See? You can just send it. This is just a common A2 envelope. You just put it in like that, and when they get it out, all they need to do is fold it, and it can stand on your. Anyway, that's what I love about this, because they don't throw it away as much as they do with the rest, because it's kind of decoration too. And there you go. The last thing I'm going to do is just add my happy holidays in front. There you go. Let me just zoom out a little bit. Perfectly. There you have it. 2 cute cards and different scenery, as you can see. I hope you learned. I hope that you're going to make a lot of these cards this year, but do it anytime. It's beautiful. Birthday, anniversary, it depends. You can just adapt to the occasion. Okay, well, I will see you next time. I hope you had fun, because that's what crafting is all about for me. You have to have fun. You can't do something you don't like and don't enjoy doing. Have a great day, guys.